You're now tuned into Mic Check Waifu. Hello and tell, is that you?
Mic check, waifu. Tell your there, is that you?
Wow. That is like military, man.
This is episode 132 of Mic Check Waifu. As always, it's brought to you by Lube Complex. Make sure you go to lubecomplex.com. Use that offer code Waifu to save on your entire cart. It's also brought to you by don'ttalkshop.com, and as well as our Patreon producers, AB, Aaron Brown. Thank you so much for supporting the podcast. Dre to Go G, Jaleesa, Ked the Pro, explicitly, Monique Williams, and Nachi. Thank y'all so much for supporting the podcast. Make sure you go to patreon.com/MicCheckWaifu. If you want to support us, become a producer like those fabulous people and many others that are producing this or that are supporting this podcast, they're greatly appreciated. The podcast comes live to you every Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. EST. Happy holidays, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. Very nice to be, for me personally, because it's my first time in 80-degree weather on the Christmas day. I was excited. I was mad excited about that. But Tell, how was your holiday, brother?
It was good. You know, for those who do, I don't really celebrate Christmas. My wife and I don't really celebrate Christmas. But the kids, they're kids. We're going to let them celebrate Christmas if they want to. Mm-hmm. Apollo and Alea was around here singing Christmas song, singing Holiday by Lil Nas X. They're doing their little baby thing, their little kid thing. And they got a ton of presents, a ton of toys. Super excited, super happy. You know. But yeah, it was a good holiday. How about yours, bro?
Man, I just chilled. I appreciated it, just chilling. And, you know, it was different not being around my family this time this year. But, you know, I was okay. I kind of been like that a lot lately. I mean, I've been like that all my life pretty much, but a lot more. Like I'm okay. As long as I make sure my mom's good, you know, my brother's good and my sister's good, I'm good, you know. And I check in every once in a while to make sure they are. I got the the niece and nephew family pics and they matching pajamas. It was adorable. I absolutely love getting that. That felt good. But yeah, it was decent. It was decent. If y'all haven't noticed, for those of you who are supporting our Patreon, if you're watching the video version of this podcast, you can see that the Mic Check Waifu winter layout is actually up and around us right now.
Full effect.
It's in full effect. So Navi got her coat on, and her scarf. So she bundled up for the winter season. We are excited for the winter season. I know I am. I can't wait to start this new season of anime. But you know, with the end of the year coming, we're recording this on December 27th. This episode goes live December 28th. We have to give out our Anime of the Year episode. But before we do that, we are going to give our top 10 anime this year so that you guys can have a list of anime to go back and binge and watch and enjoy. It's mostly based off of our taste. We each have a top 10 list. We didn't talk about each other's top 10 list to each other. So that's what this episode is going to be about. It's going to be about us discussing the top 10 anime. So what we're going to do is we're going to give the anime and we're going to talk about what we liked about it, what we thought was okay or it could be done better, and go from there. So without further ado, let's do further. Tell, let's talk about your number 10 anime of the year.
All right, bro. So, all right, there we go. All right, so my number 10 anime, I think, is one I talked about quite a bit on this podcast. But I think maybe you know, I think Polo watched with me. You did watch with me. My number 10 is Saint's Magic Power is Omnipotent. It was just such a wholesome, relaxing, fresh take on this isekai genre. And there were things where you would feel like it might get active, but it never got to a point where you got stressed out about it. Right. But it was still like the development of the characters was still interesting. The relationships were interesting. It was just something smooth and easy to digest this year. That never put me in a spot where I felt I guess too stressed about this anime and what was going to happen next. It didn't make me think I had to figure out what was going to happen next. It just happened and things were just consistently good. It was consistent. Yeah. So that's going to be my number 10. Saint's magic power is omnipotent.
Yes, that anime was actually just a breath of fresh air, to be honest. Like, it was palate cleansing. That's a good one. That's a good way to put it. It was palate cleansing. I enjoyed watching that one. That was one I would definitely say probably deserved to be on the top 10 list. All right, so for my number 10 anime this year, it's actually going to be Komi Can't Communicate. I was thinking about making this higher, but then I looked at my list. I'm like, oh shit, it's kind of hard for this to be higher than where it is right now, because my list is subjectively great, obviously. But Komi Can't Communicate was one of the most adorable anime. It's about a girl who obviously have trouble communicating. Like, it's a disorder where she just can't communicate at all, like speak at all to her family, no one. So she's working on trying to overcome this hurdle in her life by earning friends in high school. So she meets a guy that she sits next to in school. Super nice main character, but the main character is like the background character in any other anime per se. So it's like it's him, but he's just trying to help her, and it's slowly start to build a relationship between those two, and not really necessarily a full-on relationship, but just like they starting to like each other and they starting to figure that out. So there's a lot of cute moments in it. Very adorable character design, like one of the best character designs I've seen since Osamaki. No, not Osamaki. What is it? Orisuke's character. Yeah. Orisuke's character design was fucking phenomenal, and this is just like that with the way they draw on Komi. Like, Komi is the background of my phone now. She's just that adorable, and she's a great character. They already got announced for season 2. Their season 2 was announced even before season 1 finished, so that's dope to hear. So they're going to get a continuation of that. So check out Komi Can't Communicate. I think it's on Netflix, so you'll be in for a treat for that one.
Yeah, that's one I feel like I should have picked up sooner.
Yeah, it's really good.
I should have gave it a chance.
Nice comedy too. Very, very funny.
So my number 9, some people are going to think it should be higher, and I'm going to say probably not. I think Polo going to agree with me on this one, but my number 9 is Case Study of Vanitas. I do think it was a really good anime this year. I loved the animation. I loved the characters and kind of how the story developed. I just think it was really good. I'm excited for season 2. Just a number 9 for this year.
Case Study of Vanitas is a great number 9. It's crazy that's your number 9. It really is. I would have thought that wouldn't have made it, to be honest. Looking at my list, I kind of thought we would have had a lot more similarities, but it's looking like it might not be that similar as I thought. So for my number 9, actually, it's not done yet. It's still in production, but I'm liking it so much so far that I do believe it deserves a spot on the list, and that's Ranking of Kings, number 9 for me. So for me, Ranking of Kings do deserve to be on this. Like, it is a 24 season show. We are about episode 11, I think, or something like that. So, but it is quality anime. It came out this winter, so it counts as winter 2022, which is weird. No, fall. It came out this fall, sorry. But it's been phenomenal. Like, it's been great show. Again, the only problem I do have with it is like some of the character design is a little weird, and the pacing is really, really off. But I'm liking it. I'm enjoying the story so far. Boji is a great character, and I also love Queen Hyling is her name. Hyling. Yeah, I do believe she's fucking phenomenal. She's a great mother character who you thought you would hate, and I enjoy what this season is bringing so far. So that could change completely. I don't know, because it's not done. It's midway through. But what's up, Tel?
So I'm actually blown back by Polo putting Ranking of Kings at number 9, because the only reason I didn't put Ranking of Kings on my list, just as a little warning, the only reason Ranking Kings didn't make my list is because I want to see more from it. And it has 23 episodes. I think it's going to put out.
Yeah.
Do I think it's good enough to be on the list? 100%, but it's going to be going into 2022.
Yeah.
Majority or over about half the episode, more than half the episodes are going to be in 2022. So I'm I'm waiting to see where it's going to sit. But I agree, Ranking of Kings is great, and I think if I was to put it on my list, it would be higher than
number 9
than some of this stuff. But
interesting. Okay. Yeah, I had to, because I do feel like it's worthy. Like, I like that actually. I can't even hold you because there's some stuff that's not done. Obviously, that's on our list that we are obviously going to talk about. Is probably extremely high, maybe even our number one, but we'll get to that later. That isn't done, obviously. So it's like there's room, to experiment with that. Yeah, a little wiggle room. So I don't know. Ranking the Kings is great.
So my number 8 is one that Polo thought didn't treat your time very well. Shadow's House.
I never finished it. Okay, yeah, talk to me.
So Shadow's House is a very slice of life horror genre kind of anime, but there's a lot of discovery in it, right? So our characters are kind of exploring the Shadow House, and it's one of those things that Polo actually does enjoy, where the characters don't know anything until they find it out, and that's when we know the same things.
Absolutely.
And there's more or less only one thing that we find out that the characters don't find out. That's like very interesting. But Shadow's House, as it develops, I think it becomes a much better story in development towards the end. But I do agree with Polo a little bit, where the beginning kind of just doesn't respect your time. Like the first two, maybe 2.5, 3 episodes doesn't respect your time. But once the story really unfolds, it's really interesting and just it's creative is how I would put it.
Interesting. Yeah, I started the first episode, and at the time I started that first episode, it just wasn't the right time because there was so much heat going on right at that point. I think it was like Vivi and 86 and remake. It was just so much shit going on that I just couldn't plot out the time in my brain to deal with what that first episode was giving me. So I stopped it off. I stopped it in the middle of it. I'm like, I know this is probably good because it looks beautiful. I absolutely love the way it looks, but I'm gonna set it down for now and come back when I have the opportunity to, which I mean, this winter might be the perfect opportunity to be honest. So I might just do that then.
One of the things I think, like when you said it is beautiful, is that early on, because they're inside the house, everything has this really dark contrast, right?
I love that.
Nothing has like extremely bright colors except for like specific characters with like specific hair. And I think it's obviously intentional, but the way it's done, like I said, I agree with Polo. It is a very pretty. It's interesting to look at. It's not bad looking at all.
Shadow's House. It tells number 8. For my number 8, it's just crazy, man. This is crazy that our list is so different. Easy one to put in my number 8 is Hajihiro. Hajihiro was a anime that was fucking spectacular, emotional, just great main character, great side character. Situation was awkward at first, but when you get into Hajihiro, it is 100% worth the roller coaster of emotions that it put you through. Truly, truly, truly a special cast of characters and some voice acting that is simply unbelievable. I think this was the show during this year that I thought was like, oh shit, like Japanese voice acting, you can fucking feel even if you don't speak the language. And that's when I changed my whole perspective when it came to like,
I remember that
the sub conversation, because I'm like, this shit's fucking great. Like obviously ReZero did that the best for me. That is what completely flipped me. But this was just as good when it came to the voice acting. So Hajihiro is a great slice of life anime. I mean, if y'all know me, y'all should know my list would be full of slice of life. So
I'm not sure if Polo is a slice of life watcher or is it me.
What you mean? Hajihiro is fantastic. It's great.
Yes.
I loved it, man. I absolutely loved it. Man, something about it, man, makes me want to go back and watch it. It might be I'm not even gonna talk about it. Just watch Hajihiro. It's great. What I'm gonna do is on our website, might check waifu.com. I'm gonna put our lists on the website so y'all can go back and take a look at it. Something we ain't did in a long time, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Make sure you guys check the show notes, or just go to waifu.com to see the full list of anime, and I might even link it to their Annie list profile. Yeah. All right, Tel. What's your number 7, bro?
All right. My number 7 is what? My number 7 is Link Click.
That's that came out last year, didn't it?
It came out this year.
Fuck, it came out this year.
Yeah, my number 7 is Link Click.
That's crazy.
It was just entirely too good to not make the list.
That's fucking crazy. Absolutely correct.
And the things that I put above it on my list, I feel like they kind of just hit a better chord with me. Only one of these I could have switched the place with. And I think Link Click was definitely just really, really good.
Man, yeah, Link Click should be on my list. I'm gonna call it my honorable mention, but I'm gonna mention some more honorable mentions at the end. That's a great one. But I'm not even mad at that being on your list, not being on mine, because I think I'm still okay with that, because my number 7 is Tokyo Revengers. I think Tokyo Revengers was fantastic. It almost feel like a million years ago that came out, but it was this year. And it was good. The story was fucking phenomenal. Love the main characters. Everybody loves the supporting cast. 86. I mean, not 86. Tokyo Revengers did have some obvious like pacing issues. We are very aware of that. But you were still enthralled in that story and still wanted to know what was going to happen next. But that's why it was number 7. I enjoyed it
for sure. All right.
Number 6.
This one, number 6.
Yes, sir.
All right, my number 6. And Polo, put your hands down. Put your hands down before we get into this number 6. Jobless Reincarnation is my number 6.
That is fucking crazy.
Jobless Reincarnation, I think, was an amazing anime this year. And I think that it did a lot of really good things right, and I'm really excited for it. A lot of emotional chords, and just was a great isekai in general. It was way different than what I was expecting when Polo told me to watch it, because I wasn't watching it at first when Polo started it. And then he kind of told me, hey, look, we got to watch this. This seems really, really good. And I picked it up, and it's gold. It's really, really good. Just didn't quite hit the same chords that some of these other anime lists hit with me. But Jobless Reincarnation, definitely worthy of top 3, just not mine.
That's crazy. That is crazy. All right. My number 6, this is an easy one for me. Blue Period. Blue Period is one of the greatest slices of life that came out this year. I enjoyed it quite a bit. From the characters again to the inner monologue that is just undeniably some of the best. Like when inner monologue is written well, it literally makes the whole anime, because without that, I don't think Blue Period would be as good as it is. And again, emotional, well done voice acting that is just unbelievable voice acting. So my number 6 is Blue Period for those obvious reasons. All
right. Breaking into the top 5 then, huh?
Yes, sir. Top 5 for anime 2021. What you got?
All right, my number 5 is Haji Hiro. For a lot of the same reasons Polo said, but it really struck some chords with me with the fact that our main character stuck to his guns. And he never overstepped those boundaries. He really did what he said he was going to do. And sometimes that's important.
Yes.
In our anime characters, our characters are steadfast and reliable, and they just do what they say they're going to do. And he really provided a role for our other main character that she wasn't getting. So I love it. And even though there is a lot of love interest possibilities in this, the forbidden never happens, and that's what I love about it. Yeah. It doesn't necessarily end on the sweetest of endings, but it ends on a sweet ending. Everything is great with this. Yeah. So I thought Haji Hiro was amazing. It's honestly one of my top 5 of the year. I loved it.
Great. No, well said. Obviously, my number 5 is I don't understand your list at all. Then I'm confused. But my number 5 will be The World's Finest Assassin. The World's Finest Assassin came in and hit some of the most unbelievable shit I didn't think was even possible in this isekai world. Again, it gave me Burn Notice vibes. Burn Notice being my favorite TV show of all time, one of the greatest TV shows ever made, and that's objectively speaking. Fuck what you talking about. I think it's unbelievable. It was literally Burn Notice the anime, and again between the main character, again his steadfast beliefs and how he was gonna live his newly formed life was incredible, and hopefully we get more. I haven't seen any confirmation of our season 2 yet, but it's pretty certain it's coming. It was a very popular show, very good show. Number 5, World Finest Assassin for me.
So my number 4, it's right. It came out around the same time as World's Mightiest Assassin. It's the far away. I'm capping. I'm joking.
Whoa! I was about to turn this podcast off, bro. I was about to turn this podcast around.
Absolutely not. Not far away, probably. Oh man, that'd have been funny. No, my number 4 is Blue Period. And a lot of, like I said, a lot again for the same reasons as Polo, but more for the fact that maybe because I did go to school for art, I resonated a lot with this, and that separation on those inner monologues, yes, and how our character actually did the process for art. Yes. And how they intentionally separated the design of the characters and the actual design of the pieces in the work or in the anime, to me, was stylistically a smart choice. It was something that if they had, like, let's say Mappa made this anime, Mappa would have overly done and made these characters look amazing, right? But the artwork can't stand out against that amazing, like, already well-drawn character designs. So, I mean, it can, but I think that the way that Blue Period did this and designed the anime, it was gold from beginning to end. It was beautiful, and I loved it.
It's crazy because when I mentioned that, Tell's like, nah, I just think it just don't look that good. And I'm like,
it took me a second to grow into it, bro.
I don't know, man. It was intentional.
I felt like they could have done better, but as an artist, so one of the things you do as an artist is you do something, right? You do an art piece, and you hang it on the wall, and you literally just let it sit there for 3 days sometimes.
Sure.
And
Absolutely.
You walk past it, and then you kind of see what's wrong with it, because while you're in the moment, you can't see everything. Right. In the moment, you're just like, this is the artwork, and it's perfect. But tomorrow, you come by and walk past and look at it and say, okay, this is what's wrong with it. You come by and look at it, and sometimes you see that there is nothing wrong with it. It's perfect. And I think that's kind of what I saw with Blue Period, is that the way they did it was perfect.
I completely agree. It's unbelievable how good that they did that with that show. I do think it's going to go under the radar, and that's unfortunate. Hopefully, you guys take what we say, not with just a grain of salt, but into consideration into what you watch, because I think Blue Period is something that could be watched and should be watched by fans of all types of anime, no matter the genre. Like, I do think it's that good. Maybe people who are new to slice of life wouldn't understand, like, why is that impactful, but I think the characters in itself is what makes that so great. So for my number 4, it's Tell, put your hands down. My number 4 is Vivi.
What's trying to get into?
My number 4 is Vivi. Vivi is incredible. It obviously deserves any accolade that it got. There is I can't remember if my list is slightly off, which it entirely may be, and I'm gonna talk about that a little later. But Vivi was one of the greats this year, one of the absolute greats this year, and that's bar none. It completely took over the season for us when it came to like the Tokyo Revenger talk. Like, yeah, Tokyo Revengers was good, but Vivi was great, and that's why it was one of the shows that we hyped up probably the most, next to another one that I guarantee is going to be on both of our lists, but 2 of them I guarantee is going to be on both of our lists. But like it definitely deserves like all its points easily.
And as he finishes talking about Vivi is my number 3. Amazing anime, like I said, great from beginning to end. Animation was great. Development of how the characters and the world develops. Yes. Great. I don't think it's necessarily perfect, but I do think there's a lot of room to like argue that there was a lot that was left to, I guess, comprehension or how the story developed that you probably won't necessarily always be able to explain. I think Vivi was a great anime musically, visually, yeah, everything. It's hard to like, the voice acting was great. Yes, a lot of it was just on point. So yeah, Vivi, my number 3.
I mean, easy to. Now this is where my list gets a little bit different. Well, not different, but where I think I have it a little bit confused. My number 3 is Jobless Reincarnation. Now that's only because this Cur 2 or season 1 part 2 came out this year, but I think Jobless came out last year. So that's kind of like, is it like dipping, or was it all this year?
It was all this year because it started, I think, January like 11th.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so that works even better. Absolutely. Jobless Reincarnation is my number 3. Beautiful art style, and absolutely like a take on isekai's. It does the take on isekai overpowered characters so different that the main character doesn't even know how overpowered he actually is, which is an incredible thread line throughout the entire show that you have to closely pay attention to. A lot of shit like this show has episodes titled Turning Points, and those turning points are literal turning points of the entire show. Part 1 turning point, and part 2 fucking flip the show on its head like 360 degrees. It's insane. It's insane. Those turning point episodes are some of the best episodes of anime I've watched in a very, very long time, since fucking Goku Super Saiyan on Planet Namek with Frieza back in the 4th grade. That's how wild it was for me with those turning points, and that's why it's so high on my list. And number 3.
I mean, I don't agree with you. I think objectively, I would be willing to say Jobless Reincarnation deserves or is deserving of nomination for Anime of the Year.
Absolutely.
If I'm being objective. But my number 2 on this list is Remake Our Life. I just don't think people talk about Remake Our Life enough at all, bro.
I'm gonna just cut in and say Remake Our Life is my number 2 as well.
What happened,
What happened, y'all? What are y'all doing?
Y'all are tripping, man. Oh my God. Y'all didn't watch Remake Our Life from beginning to end. It was basically perfect.
Yes.
I don't understand. Y'all didn't watch Remake Our Life?
Tell them, bro. Tell them.
What happened?
Remake Our Life was incredible, man. This is something we both can go off on for days and hours. If y'all listen to the spoiler talk in the second half of the show during this time, it was something we just couldn't fucking believe how great it was. Remake Our Life was, again, beautiful, voice acting crazy, inner monologue dope, writing unbelievable.
One of the freshest takes on isekai. It was, and I mean, I guess technically it's not an isekai, but it's like the time travel genre. It was so fresh. It was so nice. It was good.
Yeah, it was quality show. Remake Our Life is easily one of the best. I think it even made my top 10 of all time.
It would definitely be sliding in my top 10.
For sure. I mean, and with that, I already talked about my number 2 being Remake Our Life. So we can both say that our number 1 anime this year, which is officially Mic Check Waifu's Waifu, Anime of the Year, is 86.
Easily. 100%.
Easily, bro. Even though it's not done.
It's close.
Even though we got 74 days until we get the last episode, or the second to last episode, yeah. Maybe they'll give us both at the same time. Who the fuck knows? It is the most incredible show that I've seen that had mechs in it ever. Like, ever.
You're right.
And I haven't even seen that many, but bro, this shit is fucking incredible. Again, champion the fucking writing. Unbelievable writing. Shout out to GB who banned me from their spaces earlier, because he started watching it and he felt the same way we do. I started like looking at his thread, had me like, yeah, man, he gets it. He fucking gets it, because this show it will blow your mind. There's times where I didn't need to, but there's times where I had rewound some shit just to get the little pieces of tidbit story that I might have missed. I go back and I find out I didn't miss it. I caught on to it pretty well, but I just had to validate for myself to make sure I'm just not missing anything, because it's that good.
And can we talk about GB one more time?
Yeah.
The little bit of thought he felt in his tweets, you could read it.
Yes.
When he found out that it was on a delay for a week. He was salty.
Pissed.
And he joined the rest of us in the thought, because we was salty too, bro.
Fucking pissed,
it was so good in the fact that now I gotta wait a week to see what's happening next. Come on, bro.
Crazy.
And now I gotta wait 72 days until I see the next 2 episodes. Are you serious?
Crazy.
But yeah, 86 in itself, the characters are all amazing. And how everything just intertwines. We're gonna talk about this most recent episode later because sheesh. Talk about an episode of the week.
Facts.
But yeah, 86 is definitely might check Waifu's anime of the year because there was nothing like it this year.
Absolutely nothing like it. To recap, last year was ReZero. You can't fault us that. And this year, we don't miss with the animes of the year. I'm gonna just say it. I don't give a fuck. We don't miss. Like between those two, absolutely unbelievable. I don't remember what our 2009. I don't even think we did one. Did we?
I don't think we did. No.
Yeah. 2020 or not 2020.
If we did, it was probably Astro Lost in Space.
Absolutely, and we did do one. It was Astro Lost in Space. You're absolutely right. That was our anime. We don't fucking miss, bro.
we don't miss.
Our animes of the year.
100% accuracy, all headshots.
2019 Astro Lost in Space. 2020 ReZero Season 2. 2021 86. And our top 10, obviously, both of our top 10s I feel are absolutely incredible. But if we could, to just slide out of the top 10 and just talk about a little bit of honorable mentions. I only have 4 honorable mentions. The 4 that I have, or one of the 4 I have, is Link Click. Because what the fuck was I thinking? Actually, you know what? I'm okay with it not being in my top 10 list. Even though I probably wouldn't have Tokyo Revengers, I would probably put Link Click there. But, you know, whatever happened, happened.
One of the ones I would bring... this is probably the worst of my honorable mentions, but Super Crooks. I don't know if you watched it.
No.
Yeah, it's a anime about heroes, like random, like if you breed, I guess it's like through lineage and heritage, but they get superpowers through their lineage. In general, it was just interesting. I think it was more interesting than some of the things we watched this year out of the 112 anime I watched this year.
Yeah.
It was just something a little bit better from this year that was just really good. They're pretty good. I'm not gonna say really good.
Dope. And for me, past that, Banished from a Hero's Party. Wonderful show. Really good show. Like, great character, casted characters, great romance. I gotta love romance that it doesn't fucking pussyfoot around. I like you, you like me bullshit. Like that's just not who I am as a person, and that's not what I like in my anime. So like if you're not upfront with your feelings, I'm a little I tend to get over it real fast if it's just like, oh, I like you, but I don't want you to know I like you, like that kind of shit. That's not for me. So that Banished did romance well, and it also has some action. They got active actually. Which is interesting. With a lot of subplots that kind of converged really well. So Banished from a Hero's Party is really good. What else you got?
My next one is gonna be not Yasuke but Sakugan.
Not Yasuke. Yeah.
But I say Sakugan because so I just watched the second to last episode, and basically there's a lot of really good story development in this. If you ignore the mechs and some of the roundabout episodes, they had like 2 roundabout episodes that they could have just completely done without. The finale and what it's getting to in the actual development of the story is more or less about letting your children grow without being a hindrance to them. And I really don't want to spoil too much about it because it is a good development and character development. But yeah, the honorable mention.
Sakugan, nice. Another honorable mention for me. Easy honorable mention. How the realest hero rebuilt the kingdom. Fucking phenomenal. Fire. It almost made my top 10. I had to reevaluate some stuff, move some stuff around, but it's really good. Another isekai. For some reason, man, our isekai list has been crazy. It's just been so many of them. It's hard to avoid them. But how the realest hero rebuilt the kingdom, the way they do the isekai is really good because this character doesn't come in with immaculate powers. He comes in with immaculate smarts, with a wrinkled brain. And I think that's a very unique, very different take on this particular genre, and it was needed. It was refreshing.
Arcane.
Yeah, you good.
All right. I can say Arcane. All right.
Yeah.
Arcane, honorable mention. I would say it's not technically an anime.
Facts.
But if it was an anime,
and I agree.
this would probably be number 2, something like that for the year. Because Arcane was just, I think there was objectively, if you look at the music and the voice acting and the animation, there was just so many good plot lines for it, so many lines for it. It was above even the high quality standards. Like if you were looking at something that's just extremely high quality, it's above even those standards. So Arcane, honorable mention if you haven't watched it. I think it's worth a watch.
Unbelievable. I'm going to agree with Toad. It wasn't in my honorable mentions, but it should have been. Absolutely show you need to watch. It's a Netflix show. Super nice, compact form. 8 episodes long. Was it 8? Yeah, it was 8 episodes. They were hour long. Very beautiful show.
9 episodes.
9 episodes. Okay, yeah, 9 episodes, an hour long. Fucking great. Just a great show. If you haven't seen it, watch Arcane, especially if you love anime like we do. And then my last one is Spirit Chronicles. It's just a really good show that was, again, slept on. Again, another fucking isekai, but it was definitely good. I think worth the watch. Very good character, very good side characters, and fucking beautiful action. Wonderful action in that show. I think is worthy and deserves some kind of praise.
Yeah. And how they didn't just immediately just make him know everything from his past. It was kind of like an integration of who he is now and who he used to be. It was dope.
Yeah, because it wasn't that he died and came as a new character. It was he, I guess, astral projected into a already existing person, which is definitely unique. And having the memories of both was a fucking unique take on the storytelling. Yeah, so we already pretty much said what it was, but episodes of the week this week.
86.
Episode 11 of 80. Was it 11? 10? I think it's episode 10 of part 2.
Yeah.
Of 86. Wonderful fucking show. We'll talk about that in the spoilers talk. I can't fucking wait. I cannot wait to discuss this one. It was great. Anything new you picked up?
I did. Like I said, I just finished Super Crooks. I watched that in like 2 days. Just to put it under my belt. Like I said, I thought it was pretty interesting. I think it does the American like crime boss scenario relatively well. So I do think if you're interested in like seeing how an American superhero, supervillain, crime boss scenario would work out, I think that's pretty cool.
To be honest, watching Invincible.
Did you watch Super Crooks?
No, I'm just saying. I just feel like this is your way of saying just watching Invincible.
Invincible was very good, but I think they tackled 2 different things differently.
Interesting.
You know, because Invincible technically, dad is different, but in this, it's like I guess the syndicate runs things.
I see. Okay.
So it's an actual organization. Is this like the mafia?
Yeah, powers that be.
Like, yeah.
Oh, that's dope. That's a dope spin. I like that. Sorry, my dog is next to me. And
what's up, Saber? I know you can't hear me. I love you, boy.
That boy stank.
Oh, you know what? I'm surprised you didn't mention.
What?
Tsukamichi, Moonlit Fantasy.
Great comedy. Not, you can miss it. It'll be all right. But it was real good. Dog farts are just terrible. I'm sorry.
They are. They're the worst.
I'm sorry to just bring that up, but this shit is fucking blowing me back right now. I did complete one of the ones I talked about last week lightly. Blade Dance of Elementalers.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like those high school shows that came out in like the span of like 2014, 2016, like that range of anime. It's not good. I was compelled to watch it. Terrible fights, terrible animation, okay characters. I don't even know why I'm even bringing this up, but I am because I watched it, so I figured I'll just mention it. Yeah, don't.
A little making a list of anime not to watch unless you want to watch bad anime.
You know what I'm saying? Every once in a while you get in that mood, I guess. But it was a part of my, my anime in progress list and my Annie list. So I just figured I'll bring it up. My list is slowly getting chopped down right now. So I feel proud of that. Let's get to know my check waifu.
Oh, shoot. You're professional too.
This is where one of us rolls a random number generator. The other reads a question associated with that number. Yeah. I think it's my turn to roll a random number generator. Nope, it's your turn. right?
How many questions we got? Yeah, I think because I read the question last week, I believe.
Yeah.
I went to the rating list.
We have
54.
54 questions. Yes, sir.
All right.
Tatel's going to run a number generator, and I'm going to read the question.
Big 3-1.
31. Question 31 is favorite thing about Mic Check Waifu. Wow. What a great question. Favorite thing about Mic Check Waifu.
I get to do it with my brother.
Yeah. Easy answer. Yeah.
I mean, I enjoy anime in general, right? But like, you do it with somebody you enjoy, talking with about that topic, and it's just better. Easily
the chemistry we have. And I enjoy the fact that we do it different. Covering seasonal anime the way we do is a lot. It can be a lot. I think it's an incredible feat for us to be able to do it, and then do it with the chemistry we have. It's very important. So I think that's my favorite part about it. I just doing the podcast. I look forward to every Sunday. So every Sunday, if y'all for those of you that don't know, it's the day we record it, and it goes live every Tuesday. But yeah, I think that's both of our favorite parts, and it is super important. And then like the community we foster, like we have friends like that's a part of Mic Check Waifu that ain't really a part of it. Like Explicit Lee, who does all the graphics you see around us right now, all of our Twitter graphics, the Anime of the Year graphic. We have Philip J. Woodward, who did some voices for some of our trailers, who is an incredible guy, by the way. He's just an awesome dude.
All love.
Yeah, and all of our other podcasting friends, like just being in that community with Worst Generation Podcast, Anime Podcast, Ked the Pro and his Chaotic Culture Podcast, like all of those people who I look forward to seeing on the timeline and just talking to. I love it all. I love everything about Mic Check Waifu, and just the name. Shout out to Tel for helping me with the name.
All those people and so much more, and then Polo for even saying Mic Check Waifu when he go live
when I was streaming. Yeah, like I just love the alliteration of it, and it just all worked out. It all worked out. I love people who don't really understand it until they read it out loud, which I think is super dope too. Like
because that's what it is. If you don't say it, you don't understand it. It's phonetically there. You just gotta hear it.
Yes, it's wonderful. All right, when we come back, you know what? I think I'm gonna use another song from what was that artist again? There was an artist that I got this artist from watching a YouTube video. It was very interesting on how I found this. I was watching a science YouTube video about a new telescope that's coming out, and it was just this artist that was in his description, and it was a part. It was a part of like the music. Yeah, Burn Water. I think I'm gonna use another Burn Water song. It's the first time I used the same artist twice, but the songs were incredible. So I have to. I'm gonna go with another Burn Water song here. And when we come back, we're gonna talk about 86. What else are we spoiling? I guess we could talk about Platinum In.
Yeah.
Terrible show.
We're not gonna talk about Faraway Paladin. No. So yeah, Platinum End in 86.
All right, let's do it. When we come back, we'll talk about those. See y'all soon. And welcome back to episode 132 of My Check Waifu. We were just talking about telescopes and science and shit.
Right.
Wow.
Pretty good stuff. Interesting stuff, man.
Very interesting stuff. We need to bring back After Story.
For sure.
To have those conversations again. After Story is our Patreon exclusive podcast. That is coming back soon. I promise. We promise.
100%.
We love y'all. So yeah, let's talk a little bit because we don't have that much to spoil this week. Oh, Demon Slayer 2. I forgot to mention that.
You're right.
But before we get into Demon Slayer and shit like that, let's talk about some of these anime that started good and just not hitting, bro. And I think
which one you talk about?
I mean both. Platinum and Faraway Paladin.
Mm-hmm.
I think we start off with Faraway Paladin is obviously it's a smaller anime, something that not everybody is tuned into, which is good because it's not that good. It was though. I'll tell you what, those first 4 hit. They were really good. Some of them even the animation was pretty good too. But all of a sudden, man, it's like they gave up.
As soon as he left that southern area, it was like trash.
They gave the fuck up. And what's funny is, like, I know I was talking to Black about how he loves it. He loves the show. He thinks the main character is great and all that shit. I just had to vehemently disagree with him on that, like wholeheartedly disagree with him because it's not good. And the thing with it is that, like, everything that I said it was going to happen I think I said it last week about how the Prince guy isn't going to be actually that bad because he said it was a potential villain that is just introduced. I'm like, there's no fucking way this guy's bad. He's just a slight obstacle for a character to have. And they tried to have a episode this week that was quote unquote emotional. No fucking impact whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
It was ugly. The animation was terrible. It felt like Ari Frietta. It was just bad, like terrible 3D. It was awful. It was an awful.
You compared it to Ari Frietta?
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad 3D. It was garbage. Those monsters look awful, absolutely awful. But it started
look bad.
It started off so good though. So much promise.
The issue with the show was that they set a standard of character development, right?
Yes, bro. Oh, speak it. Tell them.
And went into this moment where instantly we got into almost like character degradation, where they were no longer developing. They were recessing. They were going backwards.
Definitely
regressing. Yeah. Even in this most current episode, how the goddess looked at him,
like, bro,
and the goddess is looking at him like,
the fuck
are you stupid, bruv? are you stupid, fucking dumb in the head?
Are you stupid, bruv?
It was like that because it was like, bro. It was like, bro, you saying?
Hey, shout out to Ash, our Britain friend.
Right, but like you're saying, you gotta do everything alone. That's quite literally the opposite of what she wants you to do, and you thinking this way is trash.
Doofus.
Why are we regressing? And he's gonna have this turnaround next episode, obviously.
Yeah, facts.
Because it's the finale episode. It's gonna be a turnaround. But it's like, why are you even having this thought in the first place? You were never like this to begin with.
Wait, that's the finale? I thought it was 24 of them Jones.
Is it 24? Whatever.
No, it's 12. It's 12. You're right. I hoped it was. It's 12 and it's doing this. Stop. This show is trash, bro. It fucked up. It fucked up big time. And to move on to a show that fucked up even worse, probably because it had the expectation and the hype of even Mic Check Waifu is Platinum Man. What the fuck is this show? It gets worse. Like, why the fuck is he? I don't get it, man. I don't get it.
The issue being with Platinum Man is that the formula for Death Note does not work for this.
Yes.
And our main character consistently having these issues. Like, so what we are doing in this world, what he said to whatever his name is, not Hajime, but whoever I can't remember the dude with the white arrow. What he said to him, saying to him that his name not Hajime. Hajime was the ugly dude.
I'm saying Metropolitan Man.
Yeah, Metropolitan Man, Metro Boomin.
Yeah.
What he said to Metro dude was basically,
Metro dude,
I'm still not gonna kill you. And it's like, We talking about a dude who's literally willing to kill 10,000 people with a virus just so he can kill you and kill all the people that's around him. He doesn't care. He don't.
Yes, bro.
He lift his shoulder up. He lift his shoulder up and he drop him because he doesn't care. He doesn't care. It's ridiculous,
it's
bro.
So ridiculous, man.
like I'm talking about the idea that you said, I'm gonna take you to the police.
It's so fucking stupid, man. It's so
and do what?
Like you can't even like it doesn't. What this is doing is trying to. Again, I'm gonna keep saying it's trying to build this whole character change that's gonna be something so extreme that we're supposed to be like, oh no, we would never expected this character to do this. It's coming, but it won't feel rewarding. When is this gonna come? Probably when this cat chick die. Something has to be extreme for him to quote unquote make this character switch. But again, like you said, the formula doesn't fucking work for this situation because it mentally and logically it just doesn't make sense. All it does is create irritation for the viewers. It doesn't offer anything great. I will give you one good thing about this show, and that's one good thing. One, that is the sound design. That's it. It sounds fucking amazing to listen to them flying with the wings or whatever the fuck. And then some of the voice acting, really good. Like Metro Boomin voice acting is phenomenal. The fucking chick that Hajime killed was great. She was a psychopath and it worked. It worked well. And again, like I said, with the flight with the wings and that shit, it sounds cool. But that shit is a 6.5. The rest of the show is awful.
You give it a 6.5
for the sound design. Sound design.
Oh, okay. I'm about to be like, this show is a little below average. I don't know what you talking about.
No, yeah, definitely just the sound design is a 6.5. Everything else, well below that. Because the animation is awful. All right, and with that, let's get into what we're really here to talk about. We're gonna start off with Demon Slayer first. You watched Demon Slayer, right?
Oh no, I forgot to not watch it.
Okay, so Demon Slayer, this episode is finally starting to get a little bit more active. Just fucking pacing is so weird, bro. But so it didn't really take that long because it was only 4 episodes. But why did it feel like it was so fucking long to get to somebody having a sword in their hand?
And there was just a lot of talking. Yeah. And I think that the talking, we said this before, the talking set a lot of the pacing for the tone for what's going on. But obviously it's, I mean, not for this episode, no, but I was saying like.
No, I mean previous episodes.
I think that them finally getting active, getting to a point where we're going to see it actually get active is good for Demon Slayer because that's what we're here for. Yes. And I'm not trying to sound like a meathead, but this is the kind of anime where you have to balance the action and the story development together to make it good. Because that's what we came here and kind of expect.
I just want less satire. That's it. Like it's like I was feeling it was starting to, I'm like, okay, sorry. Let me fucking gather my thoughts. I started feeling like I was watching Dr. Stone.
Like, you hate Dr. Stone.
And I don't hate
You don't hate Dr. Stone.
It's good. Dr. Stone is good. It's just not great. And it's because of the fucking satire. It started off with these strong, like just these strong character moments and story moments that just grew and grew and grew. And then we had Mugen Train, which was fucking fire of emotions, literally. And then it goes to this shit and it's a whole bunch of badly, like obviously like badly timed satire that just didn't feel right at all for me for these first 3 episodes. First one was okay, was way better than I think than the second and third, obviously. But the second and third literally blew me back. I'm like, yo, what the? Stop, just stop.
You ain't like the muscular mice?
No, that was okay. Like they're what they call them, ninju. Like they're fine. Like that's okay. But this whole,
it's the round faces they be making.
Yeah, that weird shit. Like, and then I don't know. It got too satire-y for me.
I think these current episodes continue to validate Polo's dislike for Zenitsu because how he get caught, bro?
He didn't even do shit. Like,
he should have been like, I'm sleep, gone.
Exactly.
Just disappear.
Exactly. Flash the fucking
bro.
thunderclap, flash his ass out of there. Like I don't get it. I didn't get that either. Like, but I don't know. Why is he the fucking damsel? Like, he's better than that. And even I'm saying that, and I don't like Zenitsu. He's better than that.
Zenitsu should be stronger than Inosuke.
Mm-hmm.
And
Agreed.
I'm not gonna say he should be stronger than Tanjiro.
Nope.
But he has
A stronger
speed
move.
speed and power technically over Tanjiro, but Tanjiro just has more
Control.
versatility.
Yeah,
and control. So like Zenitsu should not be. They gotta stop making him the damsel in distress, bro.
It's fucking weird,
and
bro.
He is the one. He's the character I like, but like I'm gonna have to set him to the side if he keep doing this.
they're doing him dirty right now. They really are.
Man, they stomping him out.
And even I think he deserved better than that. Like, for sure. Like, come on, man. He's definitely powerful. He's just fucking annoying. Yeah, good episode though. I am excited to see them go like ham. I like this. It might be weird for me to say, but I'm liking the 3D that they putting in here. I'm liking the 3D more and more. Like it just feels right. Like when Tanjiro was on the building, it felt right for me.
But hear me out, because before you continue with this bullshit talking about you like the 3D, it's your foldable. Of course you gonna like the 3D.
Yeah, true. Like they had fucking camera changes. It was 3D. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, whoa.
I was like, oh, I like that.
Wait a minute, why is it so clean? But then you're right, it's Ugodable. Ugodable is obviously easily, unbeatable.
Crazy.
Pun intended.
They be killing it, bro.
But it's getting better. I'm liking it finally. But fucking these women, man. My goodness, man. Hey, come here. You know? Like,
hey, come here.
Hey, come here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
all right, Polo.
Hey, for real.
So y'all know Polo like with the A, come here. You ain't got a button for that?
It's somewhere in.
You sound like a bitch.
Nope. I don't know.
Okay, why you sound like a bitch, man?
Nope. I don't know. It's somewhere in here. But
Polo, you slack. You got the production value over
I
there.
got 17 buttons over here, man. I don't know. I can't remember all.
Press number three.
Hey, here it is.
Sorry,
that's not
Cupcake.
it.
Why don't you come back with some more guys and maybe then it'll be a thing.
That's how I'm feeling about Tanjiro though, because he got to come back with Uzi, whatever the fuck his name is, because he about to get blown back by this lady.
Yeah, bro. Because we don't know. She a demon.
She's an upper six, bro. She's an upper six, bro. You about to get fucking fucked up. She's a little bit. Yeah. She's a little bit worse than the lower three, or was the upper three? I don't know.
She not. She one of the stronger ones in general.
Yeah.
She top six is what I'm gonna call them, because that's what she is. She one of the six strongest. But basically, we knew from conjecture with Muzan that she's very strong,
right?
And that she's only gonna get stronger. And I don't think she's gonna go all out on Tanjiro, obviously, because of pacing and whatnot. Yeah. But if she do pop off immediately, and Uzue, or whatever his name is, got to pull up immediately, I'm gonna be like, I like that. I like that, actually. I would love for her to pop off immediately and just start putting mad hands on Tanjiro. I'm
truly in love with her character design, though. Like, in love.
It's the hips.
Probably. She's fucking, beautiful. Just beautiful. Coke bottled out.
Polo, stop.
Yeah, anyway. Let's move on.
Video watchers, there you go. You got to see Polo face. Let's
move on to the greatest anime of 2021.
Mm-hmm.
And that's 86, bro.
For sure.
Phenomenal, man. Phenomenal.
They killed it this episode, literally.
Fucking killed it. Like, listen. So, okay, a little tidbit about 86. 86 had production issues all throughout its seasons, obviously. I don't know if they're short-staffed or whatever the case may be. Obviously, you could see the production value that goes into the show is very, very high quality. But to give you a little context, apparently the reason why it's delayed so far is because they ran out of TV slots, because they delayed. So they delayed all the way into the winter season. Something that's taking its place this winter season. I forget what they said the show was, but something's taking its place this winter season. So that's why I got pushed all the way into March, when that show basically goes on either a break or it's that season is done of that show. But this gives them time to fucking ball out on the animation, get that production even better, and just blow us away. But this fucking show killed me because I'm gonna just jump to it. The end fucked me up. Is everybody dead? Frederica, bro.
I don't think Frederica's dead.
Shin, bro.
I don't think Frederica was that close. She was close, but she wasn't that close.
Raiden, bro. Like, is everyone dead?
I think the whole squad gone.
Oh,
I think Shin surviving that'd be ridiculous. Now, what kills me is what Shin was hearing in the middle of this fight before those mortars came in.
Shout out to the Major.
Was that the Major?
That was the Major, bro.
Put in support fire from a distance.
Yeah, so she obviously made it. It was definitely a radio version of the Major coming through with the support, which blew my heart back. It literally sent my heart through my fucking throat. I'm like, yo, that's crazy.
It was ridiculous, bro. This episode, it was a lot because I didn't know if they were going to be able to get to it like that. And the way they paced this episode to get to the action, to get to the scenarios, that you see the characters falling off one by one.
In 8 minutes into the show, basically, they're gone. Mm-hmm. By the way,
but and they're not necessarily dying. Like, we don't see them die per se, but we do see that like Raiden and the one girl have a conversation. Like, if I tell you to leave this idiot, will you be able to do it? She said, yeah. Okay, we gonna do it. She falls, and I'm like, this fall is fake from what we can tell. And she kind of says, I can't climb up there. I'm gonna go around or whatever. So she do her own thing. But we see the Legion is behind her. They coming. Then what happened? Raiden? Or no, it was the other one. They had to
Anju, bro. Stuff.
Yeah.
You talking about you already said Anju. Anju was the first person you mentioned that fell.
Yeah.
That was our guy. Our guy was the one that had to post up on the buildings. He said I'm better off here anyway. And
so we don't necessarily know if he gone, but it's like it's a lot going on. The Legion coming through.
Yeah, it's so hard to even know, man.
And they do that well because they don't give us any strict they're all on.
But when they do, they do. You know what I'm saying? Like when the other 80,
they're gone.
Exactly.
And Raiden looked like he had the most goner situation.
Yeah.
And that hurts too because damn,
he
bro.
was a great character.
And he was a great character. And then Frederica had to ride with Fido. Fido want to get in the action with Shin.
Of course he does. He's amazing.
He is amazing.
I don't even know what the fuck he is or what he was even going to do, but he's just amazing.
And they get into the fight. Pale Rider versus Shin, the Reaper.
The Reaper, bro. My class in Final Fantasy.
And shut up. Polo, that's the only game he played, man. I swear.
Shit.
He did just pick up a new game, my bad. But look, they get into this altercation where they fighting.
Yeah.
And they go into this flashback where Shin is like, this is the only thing I got one shell left. I gotta get in super close to fight.
His engines are shutting down and shit.
Frederica is like, oh, he's gonna go in for the close combat, the close in kill, and they go through this flashback of him using it in training that we saw in training.
Right.
When they called it super dangerous, don't do that again. And he's seeing her get close, and Frederica's like, oh no, don't do that. He was also a close combat professional. He was a master at close combat. And he shifts. You see this giant mech cannon, this cannon the size of a city shift, and you see these legs just, I was like, oh my gosh, shit about to get fucked up, bro. And you see support fire come out of nowhere. I'm like, hold up.
The fucking radio crackle, dude. I fire. Oh my God, it was so good. It was so good. When I heard that voice, I'm like, "That is that who I think it is?" And then I heard it again and crackle through. I'm like, "That's fucking her."
But here's what's important, right? With 86, 86 isn't important because of the moments per se or specifically. What makes 86 so impactful is the timing.
Yes, bro. That's it.
It's never because everything seemed real. Like it was getting worse and worse as we get to this climax.
Yeah, speak, man. Tell them.
And then we get to the climax, and it's still getting worse. Things are still getting worse for Shin.
Unbelievable.
But where they drop in the little bit of hope and a little bit of this is what's happening,
bro.
It's like it's the perfect timing. And then go ahead.
And you know what's going to happen when we finally get that next episode. They're going to go back to the major side of things and show how she survived and show how she got these mortars to be able to be fired on this, to show how she is a part of this little combat scenario when we haven't seen her in fucking 17 episodes. It feel like incredible. It's going to be incredible.
And when he lands that final shot though.
Oh, fire.
Right, he lands that final shot. You know, because he goes to Frederica, where's your knight at? Frederica, let's not even get there yet. Frederica, because Shin is about to basically get blown back.
Straight up.
And Frederica steps out and gets the knight's attention. And the knight, Pale Rider, who is in the Legion, who is the Legion now, or part of the Legion, says, "This is what you're doing? You're using the princess as a hostage?" And he starts freaking the fuck out.
I love that.
It was so good because it showed that the Legion, even though they are essentially just fighting, right? That's all they have left. And that's what the name of the episode is. Everything left. What's left? We see that even though all they have left is their fighting instinct, that he still has a heart, right? He still cares about Frederica, the princess, that he still has that in his mind. That's what he wants to take care of.
Yep.
So he falters for a second and he gets even more mad and is like even more ready to fuck Shin up, bro.
Straight up.
And as Shin is about to get blown up again, Frederica pulls the gun to her head and just like,
"Are you going to protect me?"
And I'm just like, bro, come the fuck on. This anime is kind of good. It's really kind of good. It might be up there. It might be really good work. Like, might be some good material. But what really blew me back was after that final shot, right? Was that Pale Rider has a self-destruct sequence.
Of course.
And the way it happened is like he looks at, Frederica, like this is his last time going to see her. Gone. And then we think that could be the end, yeah. But no, we see Shin right there exploding. And we don't know if Shin dies. Yeah,
it was from a range. We didn't see it, but how?
That giant machine exploding like that, I can't imagine.
It was, I don't know if you ever played Fallout, but it had mini nuke-esque like fucking effects, from the sound to the aftershock to the mushroom cloud to everything just displaying destruction. I don't think so.
And the beauty of it is, like I said again, the timing of it.
Yeah.
Because that was the last 5 seconds of the anime that self-destruct.
Yep.
Like, well, let's say 10, because they did the countdown and then the explosion had a big scene. So last 10 seconds of the anime, we think we got a successful climax. We think we got a successful moment where our main character made progress and made it out alive. And then the last 10 seconds is
implications of him completely being deleted. I don't know. We can't say yet. It's 2 episodes. Major's going to be in the next one. I know that for a fact. Obviously, they got to show what the fuck happened with her and her situation. I'm looking forward to that. And then last has to be a conclusion, bro. Just give me Astra Lost in Space quality wrap up, bro. Just a end to end, front to back, and the end to the chapter book, bro. And I'll be happy.
I think so. Here's what I think is gonna happen. I think the next episode that we get is gonna be a complete recap of what she went through, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And then the final episode is going to pick up where whatever that happened is, and how they deal with the Legion going forward, or if they can end the Legion battle in this last episode. I'm gonna be real. I have no hopes in my heart that Shin is surviving, bro.
Yeah.
I think the others, or some of the others, might survive.
I think Anju and maybe the guy perched up on a building. I don't know about Karina.
Yeah, or Raiden.
Yeah, or Raiden. Those two I don't know about. Again, I said it last week. I'm gonna say it this week. This is the only time in my entire career of entertainment consumption that I've ever wanted everybody to just fucking survive. I didn't want, like, fucking Game of Thrones. I'm like, oh, okay, death is fucking awesome. Like, it's cool the way they write it, and death is permanent, and it's just dope. Well, minus Jon Snow. But I just wanted everybody to live. And not everybody lived, obviously, but these 4, 5, I wanted these 5 to live. I was even okay with the Major actually being gone. Even though I love the Major. She was awesome. Fucking sucks. All right, let's wrap.
All right. So we just finished talking about 86 Mic Check Waifus Anime of the Year. You would know that since you listened all the way this far. Thank you for listening, by the way. We also finished talking about Demon Slayer. It's picking up. It's finally getting to a point where Polo is like, I'm liking it. He's getting those camera angles. He's happy. He's getting back in his photography bag. This is a really good episode. We also talked about Platinum End, and why are we talking about Platinum End again? That's wild. Also, Faraway Paladin, and why are we talking about Faraway Paladin again? We probably shouldn't do that. Also, let us know if you like that song that Polo put in there, our curating DJ. Let us know if you like that song put in there by Polo Born Fly. Before we went on break, we got to know Mic Check Waifu. And what is your favorite part about Mic Check Waifu? Obviously, we enjoy doing it with each other because those are our brother. That's our brother. Pause. You know,
True.
But
Hey,
let us know what's your favorite part. There we go. We got the button. But let us know what's your favorite part of Mic Check Waifu. Do you enjoy hearing us talk? Do you enjoy talking with us on Twitter? Let us know. We also did our episode of the week, which both of us had. Our episode of the week is 86. And I watched Super Crooks, and Polo finished. What was the name of the anime? Yeah, I ain't write it down.
Blade Dance of Elementalers.
Blade Dance of Elementalers. He added to the bad anime list if y'all want to watch them. We also got to know our top 10 of the year, where we, like I said, we both finished with 86. We both had a Remake Our Life at number 2. So feel free to let us know what your top 10 of the year is. We both watched a ton of anime this year. And that's been episode 132 of Mic Check Waifu.
I'm at Polo Born Fly on all social media.
I'm at King Teliano on all social media.
You can follow our social medias at Mic Check Waifu on Twitter and at Mic Check Waifu on Instagram. And as always, Mic Check.
I echo that. See, you know what? He has some energy with that, bro. he drinking what's that, a Red Bull?
You're now tuned into Mic Check Waifu Waifu.